Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation with me, your coach, Michelle. Y'all, happy motivational Monday to each and every one of you. I hope and pray that your day has been absolutely amazing, because mine certainly has.
Book update failed.
Thank you. And I was able to get so much done today. Now, I do have a few more things I need to do before I go to bed, but I don't have a lot because I was able to get the majority of the things done that I needed to do, so I'm super excited. Now, before I jump into today's video, I just wanted to, y'all, let me tell you something. I was so, what's the word I'm looking for? I lost my train of thought. I was so on top of my game this weekend that I have 8 topics written up. Now, I have way more than that, but I have 8 that are already written up for my car conversation. So that means that's 2 weeks worth of work, okay, that I was able to get done in one day, because it was actually yesterday. So I'm excited about that. Now, I did not make it to the gym today, and I don't really want to tell you why, but I think it's because of the spinach that I had on yesterday, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So, and I know I'm not going to be able to go tomorrow, because tomorrow we are having our second night of our, well, we're having a fish fry tomorrow. Well, let me backtrack. At noon tomorrow, Pastor John Jenkins, who is the pastor of First Baptist of Glenarden, will be at our church preaching. And it's more like a service for our seniors, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have way more people there than that are not seniors, and that's okay too. And they're going to have a fish fry after that. So I will be helping my sister and Chef Terrence out with that. And no, I'm not cooking, before you ask, okay? But I will be helping them out with that in terms of plating the food, serving the people as they come through the line, and which would probably be around, I'm gonna say 1 o'clock, but I plan on getting to church about 11:45-ish. And looking forward to the preaching and some good fish, okay? So I said all that to say I probably won't get to the gym until Wednesday. And it's okay, because I'm still making sure that I'm watching what I eat. And yeah, so I'm doing all right. Now, let's jump into today's topic. And I'm going to be sharing some positive quotes to live by. And if you know me, then you know I am a quote person. I love quotes. Now, unfortunately, when I came across these quotes, I'm not sure. Now, I will say this. They are Stoic quotes. I just am not sure who quoted them, okay? So, unfortunately, I don't know that, but I will have it in the description box. Number 1, I have 7 now. Bid you good day. Number 1, worrying about losing is losing before you begin. Y'all, I love that. I love that, because far too often we spend way too much time worrying about failing at something, and you haven't even started. So if you've already counted yourself out in the beginning, and you have the gall to be surprised as to why things didn't work out in the end, well, look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, well, what did I tell myself before all of this started? So you've got to think positive. I'm going to tell you something. I've gotten to a place in my life where whenever I take on anything, it doesn't matter how big or small it may be, I go in with the mindset that I am going to win. I go in with the mindset that it is going to be a success. And I do all that I can. I give it 150%. Now, if it doesn't turn out the way I plan, so be it. But I'm going in with the mindset I'm going to win. Number 2, excuses make today easier. Now listen, excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard. Come on, somebody, but tomorrow easier. And I've talked about this before. Sadly, we spend way too much time making excuses and finding reasons why we can't or shouldn't get started doing something that we said we wanted to do. And it makes life easy. However, and because if you discipline yourself, it may be harder up front, but so much easier on the back end. So what I'm gonna leave you with this one is to stop trying to make things, stop coming up with excuses. Become disciplined, and then you can have it easier on the back end. Number 3, don't give up. You are closer than you think. I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but I need you not to give up. Somebody under the sound of my voice, you are ready to give up on something, be it a business that you were thinking about starting. It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a job opportunity, whatever it may be. I need you not to give up, but I need you to keep pushing forward. Because here's the thing, and I've talked about this before. When you give up, you don't know how far you could have gone. You don't even know if you could have completed that task because you gave up. And y'all know the story I love to share with you about the gentleman who had the pickaxe and he's shoveling away at the dirt, and he decides to give up. And little does he know that had he just chiseled away at that dirt one more time, the goal that he was looking for was right on the other side of that thin wall of dirt, but he never got it. You know why? Because he gave up. You have got to stop giving up. Life is going to happen. It's going to happen to you, and it's going to happen to me, but we cannot give up. I have come to a place in my life that I refuse to give up. I'm going to keep trying. I try things. If it doesn't work out, I go back to the drawing board and say, okay, well, I did ABC. So this time I'm going to do XYZ and see if that'll work. But giving up should never be an option. It just should never be. And I get it. I understand, because somebody is saying, but Michelle, you don't understand. No, I'm sorry. I do understand, because I've been down that road before. And I do understand how easy it is to give up. Do I feel like giving up sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. For the longest time, like I said, I am just now at a point where my channel, I believe, is this close to being monetized. And I never thought that I would get here. Well, in the very beginning, I just didn't care because I was doing what I wanted to do. But now I'm finally at a point where my hard work is paying off for me. And the reason why it's going to pay off is because I didn't give up. I could have, but I chose not to. Number 4, sometimes being alone is the best medicine to your soul. I don't know about you all, but I've said this before. During the height of the COVID season, and we weren't able to get out and go anywhere, just being in my house brought me so much joy. Let me be clear, because I'm not saying that I don't like being around people. I'm not saying that at all. But I enjoyed just being alone so much, because it allowed me to really stop and think. It allowed me to think about what is it that I want to do with my life. It allowed me to sit and think about changes that I wanted to make to my YouTube channel, to the content that I put out. So many different things that it allowed me to do. And so this is why I encourage people all the time to take the time to get quiet. Just be by yourself. Sometimes I want you to, every now and then, once a month, do that for me. Once a month, take a weekend and just be by yourself. Allow yourself to really think. Spend the time to find videos on YouTube. I don't know about you all, but I love me some YouTube, because I find so many awesome videos that have helped me in so many areas of my life. But find you some videos, and you can put them in a folder, create a folder. So on that weekend, you can go and look at every video in that folder that has to do with whatever your niche is, and see how you can better yourself. Or maybe you want to get into doing something for fun, like making your own candles, making your own soap, your own oil, whatever it may be. Find videos and take 1 week in a month and just learn. Spend time with yourself. Spend that time. And I know we do it throughout the week. I know I do, where I sit and I talk to God and I say, all right, Lord, what is it that you would have for me to do this week? What is it that you would have me to do today? Because I work by the days too, but also this month. What is it that you want me to accomplish? Am I spending my time doing too much of one thing and I should be putting it on something else? And if that's the case, I ask God to show me what that is so that I can fix it. Because I don't want to waste my time on things that I don't need to be wasting time on. But the only way to do that is to get quiet and allow yourself to just be by yourself, where you can talk to God and then say, Lord, I'm ready to listen. And then you can just get quiet and just wait for God to speak to you, because he will. I'm not necessarily saying he's going to, speak to you in an audible voice, but you get what I'm saying. He's going to show you what it is that he needs for you to know. It might be that he has somebody to call you and bring up whatever that subject is that you had just talked to God about. But if you're not quiet, you'll miss it. Number 5, we fall, we break, we fail, but then we rise. We heal and we overcome. Again, life happens to all of us. Everybody has had a moment or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever that number may be that you've fallen down, that you failed at something, that you felt broken, but then you were able to get back up and you were able to heal and overcome. I'm going to tell you this, because I think this is something that we don't think about often. If you're going through something right now, doesn't matter what it is, big, small, in between, I want you to say to yourself, every time you feel like giving up on yourself, I want you to say to yourself, I'm not giving up, because I've been here before and I've been able to overcome. That's why I'm where I am right now, because I was able to overcome these things before. And if you remind yourself of that, I promise you, you will keep pushing forward. If you think back over your life and you go, wow, you know what? 10 years ago, I was in a place where I wasn't in a relationship. I was in a long-term relationship. It didn't work out. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter what it is, but I'm just using that as an example. And you thought that you would never, ever find a good man or woman. And then God sent someone in your life. And now, and that relationship went on for a while, and now you find yourself by yourself. But just think back to the time when you weren't with anybody and you didn't think that you would ever have anybody, and you were in that last relationship. You don't have it now, but guess what? God sent someone else on. Now here's the problem with that one. God sent that person in your life for a reason and or a season, but you tried to keep them for a lifetime. And that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. God sends people into your life for 3 reasons: a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And you get yourself in trouble when you try to keep those seasonal people for a lifetime. They weren't meant to be. But I digress. All I'm saying is that in life, we're going to fall, we're going to break, things that aren't going to work out. But don't beat yourself up and thinking, well, I'm never going to have this, or I'm never going to do that, or I'm never going to do the other, because you will. Whatever you're dealing with right now, I promise you, you've been there before. And it may not be the exact same thing that you're dealing with right now, but it's been something similar to it. And guess what? God brought you through it before. He'll bring you through it again. But what I need you to do is pray about it. Ask God, what is it that he wants you to learn from where you are right now? And then be willing to make the changes that you need to make so that you can move on from where you are. Number 6, sacrifice a few years of comfort for decades of freedom. You know, the problem with a lot of us is that we want freedom. We all do, but we're not willing to put in the work. So what I want you to do is be willing to sacrifice. So that means maybe you can't hang out with your good girlfriends or your buddies. Maybe you can't Go to parties. Maybe you can't stay up late. Maybe you have to work 2 jobs. Maybe you have to work 3 jobs. Whatever it is that you need to sacrifice in order to get the freedom that you want down the road, that's what I need you to do. So if you got to take on 2 jobs to be able to save money so that when you're ready to retire in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, that you're going to be well taken care of, then honey, make that sacrifice right now so that it'll pay off in the end. Number 7, last but not least, have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. This is a perfect one to end with. All things are difficult before they become easy. When you started that job that you're on, it was difficult, wasn't it? You had some folks that you had to work with that you didn't quite mesh well with. They didn't care for you. You didn't care for them. The work was hard. And then over time, it became easy. So all I want you to do is have patience. Whatever's going on in your life right now, have patience. I know you've been waiting on that financial blessing. You've been waiting on that job. You've been waiting on that growth in your business. You've been waiting on that new home. You've been waiting on that new car. You've been waiting on that new relationship. You've been waiting for that individual that you're with to put a ring on your finger. Whatever it is that you've been waiting on, have patience, because the best truly is yet to come. And we have to remind ourselves that God moves in His time, not our time. You can go to God with your requests. I'm not saying don't do that. But what I'm saying is you have to be ready and willing to wait. God wants to bless you. The word says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. But it does not say that it's going to happen just like that. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. Now, can God move that quickly? Absolutely. He most certainly can. However, in most cases, we're going to have to wait. So you have to be patient. That's why I tell you all, I've told you before, I wake up every day and I say, Lord, I want to thank you. And then I start going down my list of things that I've already asked Him for. And I start to act like I've already received them. Some people have said, but Michelle, that makes no sense. No, it makes perfect sense to me, because I have faith. I have faith that God is going to answer my prayers. So I act like I've already received those things. And that's why I can thank Him every day for something that I haven't even actually seen yet, because I believe it's going to come. So just have some patience and know that all things are difficult before they become easy. Look at your kids. Some of your kids were just as bad as they can be growing up. And I hate to say that, but they were. But look at them now. They're in their early 20s. They're doing great things. They have great jobs. Some of them are married. They have their own families now. But they didn't start out that way, right? Have some patience. Patience will take you a long way. Listen, y'all, that's it. That's all. I'm going to wrap this up because, like I said, I need to get my trash out to the curb, and I want to go get me a sweet tea. Don't judge me because I don't judge you. And then I'm going to fix my dinner. I'm going to have me some scrambled eggs with some green pepper, yellow pepper, and orange peppers in it, some onions, and some fresh garlic. Don't judge me because I don't judge you, okay? That's what I have a taste for, and that's what the heck I'm going to eat. Now, I'm just messing with you, but yeah, y'all, that's what I have a taste for, and that's what I'm going to eat. And y'all know I don't cook, so I have to fix what I can fix, and without having any meat, because y'all know I'm not doing the meat. I've moved on to the pescatarian diet, and that's just essentially I can have seafood, you know, fish, shrimp, crabs if that's what I want, but I cannot have any meat, and so I am trying to stick with that. Is it hard? Absolutely. But what did I just say? Have patience, because all things are difficult before they become easy. So, having said that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. You know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your evening. It's actually beautiful in the DMV. It's 77 degrees, and it's really nice outside. So enjoy the rest of your evening, no matter where you go or what you do. Please have fun. By all means, have fun. Just be careful in where you go and what you do, because I want you all to come back on Wednesday and hang out with me some more. Plus, I just want you to have fun and not have to worry about being afraid. And you know, if you go into an area that you need to be concerned about, you probably shouldn't go. I'm going to leave that alone. Having said that, you know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you all to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you could ever do to change that, because I love you. I genuinely love you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you all for your help and your support and allowing me to grow my channel, but I want nothing but the best for you individually as well as collectively. And you all know there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can ever do to change my love for you, because I love you no matter what. And remember, the best is yet to come. Just have patience, keep doing what you're doing, and you will see whatever that thing is that you've been waiting for. Love you. We'll talk again on Wednesday.